The following may contain language which will be offensive to some people and inappropriate for children. Still here? Then pour your favorite beverage and let's get this fucking show started.
Fantastic Forum, assemble! You are watching Fantastic Forum, the premier show about comic books and your live weekly conversation about entertainment and geek culture. We are the Fantastic Forum, coming to you live and direct from the Hall of F. Hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, as the case may be, depending on where you are in the world. And if you're not, you should stick with us. We'll help you take it up a notch. You have the usual suspects in the building. First, he is our riddle inside of an enigma trapped in Chinese finger cuffs. You don't know him. You love him anyway. He's our silent assassin, Jay.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Jay. Next, he is our intrepid senior reporter. He's next in line for the cowl. He is our resident Dark Knight detective. It's Oz.
Did Jay ever put pants on?
No.
Perfect.
Okay. No getting up in the middle of the show then for you, buddy.
Well, I got the camera aimed so that you only see like the bottom of my shirt, so it should be good.
Except for camera 2, the OF one.
We don't need no wardrobe malfunctions on Fantastic Forum. Thank you very
Plenty
much.
of O's, plenty of F's.
Next, he's the backbone, the pillar, the strength of Fantastic Forum, our nigh invulnerable brawler and resident strongman, Moses Magnum.
Hi.
Indeed. As for myself, my name is Lawrence Young. They call me Mary Young. Welcome to Fantastic Forum. We got a great show for you today. Jay, you got to fix your camera, dude. I don't know what happened. Look, camera. The camera's
I'm working on it.
This is the below his pants angle. He puts a little headset on it so he can hear the
show. We got a great show for you today. We are going to be talking to you all about the Hazbin Hotel series on Amazon Prime. We are going to be talking to you all about the latest addition to the Energon universe, Cobra Commander. And we are going to be talking, of course, about whatever else it is that you all want to talk about. So we'll tell you how it is you can do that in just a moment. But before we do, we want to make sure that we thank Mr. Scott Rubin, because without him, this show would not exist. So thank you, Scott Rubin. Hope you're doing well, good sir. And with that said, I think we should have the intern tell the people how to get down with FF.
And get in on the action? Call Fantastic Forum on Skype and join the fun. Too shy to call in? That's okay. You can join the Discord chat room available at
FantasticForum.live.
Join the party. You know you want to.
Thank you very much, intern. So yes, go to FantasticForum.live. Join the conversation. You could be the 5th member of Fantastic Forum. Or, of course, you could always jump into the chat room, whether that be on YouTube or on Twitch, and we will take your comments directly out of chat and bring them into the show, such as Jay. Insert a witty chat comment here, please.
Tiger Claw says, you guys heard that Supergirl has been cast for the new DCU. What are your thoughts? Do you think she's a good fit?
Well, there goes one of my stories.
Mine too.
Hey, listen, I didn't even know that had happened.
Exactly. That's why it's part of the news segment.
Yeah, indeed.
This is why you stopped doing that segment, by the way.
Because of Tiger Claw. Tiger Claw getting scooping us on the news all the time. No. So I don't know. I mean, we can definitely address that when we get into some news. Then, if you guys have that as your stories, we don't want to step on toes. So we'll get back to you on that, Tiger Claw. Just stay tuned, and we will mess around and let you know our thoughts on the Supergirl casting for the new DC Is that what we're calling it? Is that what we're calling it? The new DCU?
DCEU,
Or is it DC? Are they going with that? EU?
I guess.
Again? I know, right? Exactly.
DCEU Q plus.
DCEUZ. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I did want to ask though, Oz, earlier in the week, you did put in to our group chat a comic book cover with
Man, now you're
with
covering next week's topic, huh?
say what?
Now you're
Oh, wait,
covering
are we talking about that next week?
Yeah, since you were in the meeting, we decided without you. So we're to review.
I mean,
Oh.
we could discuss the cover. We haven't. I haven't read the book.
Yeah. Well, that's I was just talking about the cover because I was just like, and
But
you know,
I know what it's from, and I'm not reading that series. Although I feel like I should, because Batman.
what is it from?
Beast World.
Okay,
And
and so
Batman's a werewolf. I forget who else gets turned into what, but yeah, Damian was like the one holdout, and then they finally got him.
so I'm
Been
trying
close.
to actually, I'm trying to see if I can find the cover, but I can't
It's
so
just
far.
it's the latest Nightwing book, and it's actually in the news. Like Mo is
Yeah.
commenting about how it's a news story too. So we
Like,
took
they haven't
that
even-
one.
Nobody's
You're talking
reviewing
about
the book. They're talking about the cover. Like, I'm bleeding cool. Yeah, that's what they're talking about today. That and saber teeth, and they use the term saber teeth.
oh, they stole Joe's shtick.
Yeah. Although they called him the Legend of Extraordinary Saber Teeth. Like, that's the
Legend of
The Legion.
Extraordinary. Oh, the
Of-
Legion of Extraordinary
of all
Saber
the
Teeth. Oh, I got it.
eccentric looking saber teeth.
Okay.
You still can't find it? I literally just
No, I
typed in
found it.
Nightwing cover Damien Cat, and I didn't even spell
found
Damien right.
I found it.
Share it, huh?
No, now
Alright.
Lawrence has to do it.
I got it. There it is. So that's the cover you put into our group chat, and I was just like, okay, it's obviously the meme,
Yeah.
which is fine and funny in its own way, but I was just like, why is Damien a cat? And apparently there's an event happening in DC Books that I was unaware of, and it's called Beast World.
Yeah,
Do you know what the premise is?
heroes are being turned into beast.
It's
They
almost-
did something to Beast Boy.
It's like Spider Island.
Yeah, they did something to Beast Boy, and they're using like I don't know what it is. It looks like a Starro, but it's green, and they're
Okay.
using those to infect heroes and turn them into whatever their inner animal is the way to describe it. It's not like you took a cat and Damien and like mushed them together like the Fly. It's your inner animal, your inner beast or whatever.
And Damien's inner animal is like a cat.
Apparently,
I feel like that's wrong.
yeah.
That's what they did for the TMNT versus Batman movie.
I'm sorry, what?
The Batman versus TMNT. They have
They
a
turned
part
Damien into
where
a cat?
they turn the villains in Arkham into animals with the mutagen,
Mm-hmm.
and it turns them into their inner animal.
Oh. Did they do a better job with that, or the other animals? Do they make more sense?
I mean, it was fine. I don't see the issue with the cat, honestly. So
You think?
Oh wow,
you
it's
feel like
not even
Damien's-
Starro. It's the Necro Star.
Oh, that's like eviler Starro. What's that?
With death.
I
Tiger
guess it's
Claw.
like what's his face that was in charge of the symbiotes?
No?
Oh,
Yeah, it's like Null, but for Starro's people.
oh.
Tiger
Okay.
Claw says, "Why is Robin a cat instead of a Robin?" It's because he's not a real Robin. He's Batman's son, who just took on the name Robin for tradition sake. He's
Which
not
means
actually
he
a
should
Robin.
he should be a little wolf too, right? That's what
Well, it's
Batman became.
if they have like wolf genetics in their DNA, like they're closer to a canine than a cat than a feline.
I mean, well, no, Damien is a hunter, basically. Like,
Yeah. Cat. He
he's
can
a
do it
little
on
wolf.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like I'm trying to think of what animal would make more sense. Like I don't know. I'm with you on the hunter aspect, and I'm definitely with you on the idea that a cat is definitely a hunter. But he looks like a house cat. And
House cat.
I don't know.
I think that's just in that cover to make it funny.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because he's even dropping a Bloodhaven snow globe.
Right. Yeah. Okay, and if that's the case, like that's just what he looks like for the meme, I can get with it. But I could. It was a good choice in regards to get people's attention, because like I said, I don't even know that event was happening. I don't know anything about it, which is kind of crazy because it's not like I don't look at DC stuff, but
Oh wow,
I
the
missed that.
actual transformation isn't that much different.
Okay, like he's like a tabby,
hold on, I'll
right?
show.
Like, yeah, I feel like Damien should be more than a house cat. Like, Damien's very dangerous.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like,
Cats will eat you.
Cats what?
Will eat you.
I mean, you're talking about like when you die or something.
Sure.
Like, what are you talking about? They'll eat you. They'll eat you alive. And the cats will come for you. So, yeah.
I've got it up. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, not so, but like this fool is actually saying meow.
He's got the claws and he's got the tail.
Yeah, that's a house cat.
I hate Tom Taylor so much.
Why?
I don't know. Turned Damien into a cat and made him meow.
Listen, this doesn't feel like the kind of event Tom Taylor would come up with.
I mean, he's the writer.
He's the writer of this issue, right? He's probably the one been writing the book. That doesn't mean he's the guy that was like the architect behind Beast World, but maybe
I don't know what book this is from. I assume it's from a Beast World book, but it could be the Nightwing book. I don't know.
It's the
I
prologue.
just found this image on Google.
It says right there, a prologue.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll talk more about that apparently in the weeks to come. So, all right. Y'all ready to get the show started? You guys ready to do some reviews?
Yeah.
All right. What do y'all want to talk about first?
Hazbin Hotel, I guess.
Okay, let's do it. We caught Jay off guard. It's like he was too busy not wearing pants. It happens. I just like.
Also,
no one more about gel coat.
When the fourth round will...
Don't you call it?
doesn't look good already. Oh. Jumbo Scampi for limited.
Like the look on Jay's face before the like intro came on looked like he was trying to like make it happen with his mind. that was awesome.
Bullshit in our clips and shit. It's too much unnecessary bullshit to go through.
Well, let's take it out.
My lamp is too close to make my lamp being where it is makes it harder to see.
Okay.
Even so, no, you guys will get mad if I take it all out.
Oh, will we? Well, don't
Yes.
take out the stuff that we're gonna use. Just take out the stuff we don't use.
Yeah, you'll get mad.
No, see,
Like there's
all
a ton
Jay's
of shit. There's a ton of shit here that we're specifically keeping, even though we never use it.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah,
video clips.
like backgrounds and foregrounds and video clips. Like there's a ton of shit in here that we don't need.
Oh man. Okay. Got it, Jay. Jay, look, Jay's like, y'all making my job hard, you sons of bitches. I agree.
I think he's angrier at the lamp than the clutter. But
I think this is all a scheme to try to get rid of the friggin' like Boss J clip. You know, like I think that's what this whole thing's about. He's trying to
I already got rid of that.
What? How
I
dare
already
you?
deleted that weeks ago.
Oh,
Months
okay.
ago.
Well, listen. Well, don't worry. We'll re-edit it into the intro soon enough.
in 4K.
It'll actually be the new intro. Will be just that. It'll be the music in that clip.
It was going to be something that I've done myself.
Huh?
Like everyone else's thing is something they did on their self.
You did that on yourself too?
No, I didn't. Mo did that.
You were being you and I captured it.
Right. Don't worry,
that
Jay.
doesn't.
I was just collecting the data.
Yeah, everyone else filmed themselves, so it doesn't fit.
Therefore, you must have quit. You right, Jay. You right. All right. Hazbin Hotel. Jay, tell us about it. What is it? Why are we talking about it today? What do the people need to know about Hazbin Hotel?
Hazbin Hotel is a new series by Amazon and A24. It's about the princess of hell builds a hotel where she's trying to redeem sinners so that the angels will stop coming down every year and exterminating the population.
The end.
I should mention it is a musical, so there's a ton of musical numbers. Yeah, that's good to start.
Yeah, no, it is a musical series. Now, Jay, you are the one that suggested we talk about this, correct?
Yes.
Right. Now, you also are the one that is notoriously like anti-musical, aren't you?
I am.
Okay.
Definitely
So
some of the songs I was like, oh man, I should fast forward. But I didn't.
We could have just had dialogue in this scene.
I mean, some of them, and some of them, yeah. I mean, the songs are decent. Like, there are no terrible songs. Fortunately, it does actually have some good songs too, or some songs I really enjoyed. But, it's just musicals. Yeah, like generally I'm not big. I would rather just do the dialogue and the stuff, but I did want to see the show because I find it interesting. This is the precursor show to Hell of a Boss, which I'm a huge fan of. They're sister shows.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I did want to watch it. Did want to see it. I do like the characters. Which, if you don't know, which you may or may not, the pilot for this show actually came out like 4 or 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And we did talk about that at some point. but I thought it was interesting then. And even though, I think on my first viewing, I did fast forward through the songs. And, but it was interesting. I like the premise. I like the characters. And so now that it is picked up, I did want to check it out and watch it.
Okay.
And we were looking for something to review, and it is trending, at the very least in the animation circles. It is trending.
Got you. So your primary interest stemmed from the fact that it's a sister show to Hell of a Boss, which is a show that you do like.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Kind of. Like, not to take anything away, like, because I did see the pilot for this first, which is what got me interested in Hell of a Boss.
Got you.
Which
it's
has
cyclical.
Come around. Yeah, it's cyclical.
Okay, cool. Oz, you're a huge fan of musicals. What did you think of Hazbin Hotel?
Not a fan
of the show in general.
Yeah, I only saw the first episode because that's what was free on YouTube, and it didn't interest me at all. And then the singing kicked in, and that did not help it. I don't know. Like the whole premise of the show. I feel like they ripped it off from the Lucifer TV show, and even then it was kind of like, okay, I guess.
When did the Lucifer TV show come out? Actually, I'm sorry. Let me look that up.
I have to look it up too.
You know that there was a Lucifer TV show, Jay. Like that was like based on the comic.
Yeah, but that show ain't based.
When did it come out? Like,
because you're saying the show might have come out after.
Yeah,
the
they
pilot.
Probably took their ideas from the Hazbin Hotel pilot.
Because they sure as hell didn't take it from the comic.
There it is. Now, I don't, I feel like the Lucifer TV show came out, though, before the pandemic, though, right?
It originally came out in 2016, and then it ended in 2021.
Okay. So, yeah, 2019 is when Hazbin Hotel, the YouTube joint, came out, if I'm not mistaken, right?
But the part that I saw in the Lucifer TV show would be the last season, where he makes that decision to help people get out of hell.
Oh, so yeah, they definitely stole it from there.
Well, then Lucifer did it better. Even had a musical episode that was better too.
Oz somehow has found a way to do the jujitsu so that it still ends up as a negative. Their original idea is still a bad one. Got it. Okay.
You can't top the dreamy Tom Ellis.
If he was playing somebody else other than Lucifer,
he actually the show actually portrays a decent Lucifer. It has nothing to do with the comics that they claim that it does.
Well, yeah, like that. How could it be decent if it's not doing the comic like it claims to be?
Like he's not even blonde,
or non-binary.
Oh no, he'll bang anything in that show.
Yeah, he's pansexual, not non-binary.
I don't know the difference.
Well, you got to watch the Sandman TV show to find out.
Not a huge fan of that show either.
Yeah. Not me neither, but it's still closer to the comic than Lucifer was. Even the Lucifer they use.
I was able to enjoy the Lucifer TV show when I took it out of my head that this has nothing to do with the comic, and I was able to do that in episode 1.
Real quick, non-binary means you're not male or female, and pansexual means you'll fuck anything,
even Oz.
I mean, it's not anything, right? It's that it's you could be attracted to anything, right? Or anyone, or any, right?
Well, I probably should have said anyone. You'll fuck anyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, they'll fuck anyone.
Moses Magnum,
Yes.
tell us your initial thoughts on Hazbin Hotel.
My initial thoughts was I like the art design, I like the
Mhm.
concept, and
Mhm.
I like the animation style, and I didn't like the narration voice in the beginning till I realized that's the voice of the main character reading from the book, and I'm like, okay, but it has to be that. Like, I felt like it should have been somebody else, but the way they did it that's how it's got to be. So if it was like a more ominous narration for our benefit, then it could have been somebody else. But the way that the show was, that was my only gripe with it until the music came in. Not looking to watch a musical TV show. Although this had better rock opera style music that I liked. I don't feel that it needed it for the exposition. You know? Like I just had better, better conversation. But the style itself, I did feel like I was watching a kid's cartoon and then it gets raunchy. That was a little off-putting at first. It can be off-putting to me, but it wasn't as off-putting as other things are. And I actually watched it with Emily, and she had the same issues I did, although she didn't like it. Me, I was like, it's just not for me, but it's still well done. You know, it's not a bad show. It's just not something that I watch. It's the style of something I watch. I will watch it with somebody, but not like on my own. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like technically it is a good show or a well done piece of animation. The story and everything flows fine. Even the music beats where they come in and out is well set up. Yeah.
Okay. So am I the only one here that like digs like musicals?
Yeah. It happens with a lot of Catholic schoolboys.
Not sure I appreciate the connotation there, but okay. I'll take it. Oh man. But no, like I didn't realize that for some reason. I knew that Jay wasn't a fan, and I know, Oz hates all things fun. But, I didn't realize that I was the only one that, kind of feels that every so often. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I wish, I don't want most things should not be musicals. But I have no problem with a good musical coming in every so often. And yeah, like I didn't find the songs or anything off-putting in this. And don't get me wrong, like I enjoyed just about every song that I saw in the show. At the same time, I can readily admit, like, it's not like it's the best music you'll ever hear. In a music.
How much of the show did you watch?
I watched all of it.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
No, like all the first episode or all the series?
No, I watched the whole series. Like it was there. They're shorter, right? They're like what, like 24, 25 minutes?
Yeah, about 22 minutes.
Yeah, see, so yeah, and it was 6 episodes, so I was able to do it. So yeah. But yeah, like I said, don't get me wrong, like especially considering that the show is like 20 something minutes. It's like a lot of them have like 2 songs in them, and again, like might be like, I don't know if you need 2 songs. Like some of them might have only one. I don't remember exactly, but I feel like most of them had a couple, and it's like maybe you don't need 2 songs. But
and does the writer and director direct every episode?
That's a good question.
Because that's one of the things I was like, even though I don't like particularly what I'm watching, in a sense, like writing the songs and the witty banter and conversation and the concept and directing the episode, that's a pretty big endeavor. It usually takes a group to do those things. Yeah,
Right.
I know the first one was
Right.
written and directed by the same person, but I don't know if that was the creator or not. But
Yeah, that is the creator.
yeah. That like that, that gets a little bit of respect from me because they're not, the songs themselves aren't bad. I just rather they didn't exist.
She she directed every episode,
Okay.
and she wrote like half of them, or well, I don't want to say she wrote half of them because some of them are co-written.
Okay.
So so she had a hand in writing half of them.
Yeah.
About.
Well, that's still pretty good.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I will say, for myself, another thing is like, I mean, I'm with Jay in the sense that, I think the characters are interesting. Um, I know a lot of things kind of center around Angel Dust, right? Is that the
Yeah.
character? Okay. A lot of things center around Angel Dust. And Angel Dust, I feel like, gets interesting from a character perspective, even though I feel like all the other characters are probably a little bit more interesting, which is, you know, kind of wild considering that that's like the main, like the focus or the majority of the focus. Um, but like the characters, I do think are interesting as well as the setting. Like it does a certain amount of world building, and I'm a sucker for like Christian mythology type stuff. So when you start talking about heaven and hell and angels and demons, it's like I'm usually like that by itself as a topic usually gets me interested. So but obviously not all those things aren't always done well, and this I feel like for the most part is. So I don't know, what did you all think about the story? Jay, you want to start?
Yeah, I'm enjoying the story so far. Yeah. Um, yeah. The story so far I've really enjoyed. I like the progression, like how things are progressing, how she's
Mm-hmm.
trying to get the hotel done, how you've got all these overlords who are kind of doing their own thing, trying to run uh, hell, and how you got the angels who are being like super shady right now,
Mm-hmm.
with Adam and the executioners moving up the timeline from a yearly massacre to a bi-year. Was it bi-yearly or twice a year massacre? It's there's a lot of interesting stuff going on, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's even without like not even counting like all the mysteries, like where's Alistair been, where's Lilith been,
Mm-hmm.
and where is Lilith now?
Mm-hmm.
Who owns Alistair? Which a lot of people think it's Lilith, but I've heard some other theories that it might be a different person.
Yeah.
Like some people are saying that it's actually Eve is actually going to end up being like the big bad and the one that's actually got control of Alistair.
Oh, Eve. Interesting.
Yeah, like they're saying, she is the one that would want like the most revenge. Like she had to put up with Adam, and she doesn't even get into heaven because she was the first one to take a bite of the apple. And
Mm-hmm.
so they think she's been behind the scenes, like encouraging the execution, like the exterminations, and they think, yeah, like she's getting Alistair to help with the hotel in order to induce more conflict. We've already had like the situation where we end up finding out that angels actually don't know how people get into heaven. And we think they think this is part of Eve's master plan. Now, it's just a thought, might not happen, could be Lilith. But if there was a twist bad guy, I think Eve would make sense.
Gotcha. Now, Oz, you only watched the pilot, right? You said?
Yeah.
So do you get like what was your feel in regards to like
the pilot or the first episode?
Oh, I'm sorry, the first episode you said on YouTube, right?
Is there a difference?
Well,
yeah, the pilot's the one that came out years ago, and the first episode came out.
It's the one where Charlie meets with Adam.
Okay, yeah, that's the first episode.
Okay, so that's what I watched.
Okay, cool. So, given that you only watched the first episode, how much do you feel like the characters came through, and how much of the lore do you feel like came through in just the one episode? If at all.
In the first episode, I didn't realize Angel Dust was going to be the main character. She is kind of like a side character. Whatever. The design of the characters is weird to me too. I mean, do they explain why they turn all weird looking? Both the angels and the demons.
Sinners tend to, when they die, they tend to take the form of some kind of animal.
Like Peace World.
Angel Dust is a spider. But yeah, they don't say a lot about it, but they tend to turn into like animals. I'm not 100% sure what it's based on, but they do turn into like animals.
And Vaggie was really distracting in this episode. Because visually, she's got that X that's just like floating in space. And then on top of that, like something was wrong with her mic. And it was weird because I thought the voice actress was the same one that plays Poison Ivy.
Isn't it?
It's not. It's the tough girl from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Really?
That's even better.
That's crazy. She sounds just like Poison Ivy.
Right, and that's what I thought. And I was like, man, I know she's better than this. And then I find out, oh, it's not her. It's Rosa.
That's crazy. Like I'm blown away by that just because I didn't look it up.
You can't tell us apart. I know it.
No. No.
Neither could you.
You're right. You thought it was her too. That's what I'm saying. Like it's like I can't even, it's weird that she sounds that much like the Poison Ivy character. And I don't know what either. Well, I know Home Chick from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but it's like her regular. I feel like that's not her regular speaking voice for the character. Like she doesn't sound like that normally. So I don't know. That's weird. Wow. Okay. I'm sorry. So yeah, but so was it the fact that the voice sounded like Poison Ivy? Was that like a distraction for you?
A little bit, but it's just something like
it's also fuller than everybody else's.
Yeah, it's like her voice came out different to everybody else and like stronger.
All the mics sound different.
So so you had that same experience where you felt like her mic was like more somehow more amplified, or
It was just a different type of mic where it just her voice. She just needed to be away from it compared to everybody. If you record in a recording studio with an engineer, you'll get that. They probably did this from home.
But then I don't know if that was on purpose, because then you have the one guy with the radio voice.
Yeah, but that's a character thing.
Right. So I don't know. Maybe this chick's supposed to have a voice like that. I don't know. Now, he was a little distracting too. Like I get it. I get the gimmick. I get the joke, but you can only get so much of that before it starts to kind of like, okay, dude, talk normal.
You know, it's interesting because for me personally, like the Radio Demon was one of my favorite characters in the whole thing.
Oh, definitely mine too.
Personality wise, he was fine. It's just I can't, like, that voice out of nowhere.
I love the voice. I love how he doesn't show up on TV screens.
I didn't even realize that he doesn't show up on
TV
even in the commercial.
Whenever he's on the TV screen, he's like distorted.
Oh, dude, you know what? I saw that and I didn't put two and two together, but that makes a lot of sense. The
Radio Demon, he hates television.
Right. And the fact that like his arch nemesis is like the TV guy, which is funny. Like, you know, I'm like, yeah, like I love that. But here's the thing that bothers me about the Radio Demon in this show is I don't know. Well, and here's like I didn't go and actually like look to see the cast and you know who's being played by whom. But the Radio Demon, to me, from the pilot, is better. And I don't know if it's a different person or if it's just okay. And don't get me wrong.
From the pilot, everyone was recast.
Oh wow. See, and like it's unfortunate because I felt like the pilot Radio Demon is just a slightly better version of the character. And not only is it's not just performance wise, I think it's also there's a lot of like little subtle things that happen in the pilot. Like I feel like the reverb's a little different, and you know, like the actual voice effect is done a little different. Not a lot different. You know, I don't think it's a thing that I wouldn't be surprised if most people wouldn't even notice. But for me, I was just like, yeah, like that's better. And then also too, there's a lot more like the pilot when the Radio Demon, which does happen in the series sometimes, where the Radio Demon like kind of gets in that like sinister kind of camera angle and things like the background changes and there's like little glyphs and stuff behind him, and that the way that's done in the pilot is better too. And so it's unfortunate because I'm just like, dang, like they slightly nerfed the Radio Demon. What's up, Ponhart saying?
In chat says Hazbin Hotel is a whimsical breath of fresh air and animation and gives us a magical Disney feeling that Disney hasn't given us in years.
Interesting. Thank you for the comment, Pawn Hearts. Please feel free to chime in still if you have other thoughts. Disney, like, now we
like Wish and I like Hazbin Hotel. So
say what?
I like Wish and I like Hazbin Hotel. They're both equally.
Which explains why I didn't, you know, it's not.
You didn't like Wish either.
Neither of those are for me. But I, you know, in watching Hazbin Hotel, like I can respect the work that went into it, but I can't. Yeah, it's just not a show that's made for me.
Yeah, I mean,
apparently neither are the comic book ones either. So.
Neither are the comic. What you're talking about, the web comics?
No, the comic book shows like Echo and Lucifer.
Oh,
they're not for me.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
Well, you
Got
didn't read the Hazbin Hotel comics, did you?
I didn't know what Mo was talking about. So, I had to ask questions. But yeah. So, Mo, were there any of the characters that kind of jumped out at you, or are they all kind of just on the same level?
I like them all in the design wise for sure. Personality, they all had their own unique voices, whether it was a equalizer problem or a distinct affect, but or effect. But yeah, and they all are very high energy too, and that's one thing that it's too much for me.
It's too much.
Yeah, Adam didn't need to be all that loud. Like,
Gotcha.
yeah. But it's
Gotcha.
Yeah. Emily just said because it woke me up.
Oh, it woke you up. Like,
Yeah, I was dozing off during that scene.
Mo couldn't even get his beauty sleep.
She's
That's
like, "You
fair.
better wake up. If I'm watching this, you watching it too."
That's fair. I will say, you talked about the character design, and I agree. I think the character design's interesting. But I especially like the angelic depictions and how it kind of goes with like the classical or the more classic, or I should say classic. It goes with the like the biblical, like textual designs, like
Yeah.
where because like
The
your
Wheel of
classic
Eyes.
ain't. Say again.
Like the Wheel of Eyes at the beginning.
Right. The wheel of eyes and like the multiple wings and all that kind of stuff is like, that's like stuff that people don't really like mess with that much. When like it's like everything else, right? It becomes there's like a streamlined kind of I don't know, like I guess you'd probably say a homogenized version of.
I'm not saying that. I literally call it what it is. It's marketable. It's like
Yeah.
fucking,
That's it. Right.
the Vatican
Well,
said we
Lucifer-
can't sell angels that don't look like babies. So
Lucifer looked great with his wings out. Like,
Yeah.
that was actually really striking.
Yeah. And that's also a very
That's actually a
non-traditional.
really good song too.
I
Like,
agree.
That was a good song. I like the song with between Alistair and Lucifer, which I will say every time he pulls out that violin, it just makes me laugh. Like, like it's hilarious to me.
I did see the violin.
that's cool. That.
Yeah. So I mean, it like it's a very non-traditional depiction of Lucifer as well. Or I guess traditional by entertainment standards, or mass media standards, I should say.
Right. This is a
but it's
Lucifer
interesting.
that gave humanity free will, and since he's in hell, he only sees like the bad things like that people do with the free will, like this gift he gave them, and people are just assholes. And he's like, damn, like throws them into a depression, and it's interesting. Like I thought.
Yeah, no, I would agree. I would agree. It's like, it's very seldom you see like semi-sympathetic Lucifer. It's like, and it does happen. Like it's not like it's never happened before. It's just not
right.
Like it's not something that you see often. So I thought that was interesting. And also, of course, the whole idea of him, like you're basically seeing Lucifer the father, and that's a whole different thing as well. So yeah.
Bringing a tear to Oz's eye.
Right there.
I was
it is.
remembering the show. You get all of that.
Yeah. So, so are there more episodes coming, Jay? What's the deal?
We got 2 more episodes to finish out the season coming Friday. And then eventually we're going to get a season 2 and 3. Which,
So it's been renewed for 2 additional seasons already.
yes.
Okay.
Which is great
that's
news for
crazy.
some people, since I know one of the main problems I hear about the show is people are disliking the pacing, saying that things are happening way too fast, like they're doing too much too fast. I didn't feel that way, but I guess I can see where they're coming from. Did you feel that way?
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't either.
Yeah, no, I didn't at all. Yeah, that's kind of wild. Yeah. Also, we should mention Keith David is in this as well.
Dude, he's amazing. And
Yeah,
he gets
he
a
does.
banger song.
He does.
His song "Loser Baby" is, man, it's just really good, and he
Yeah.
has a phenomenal voice.
He does. He does. And the character he plays, oh man, was it? It's not like I was about to say Husker. Got it. Yeah, Husk. I was about to be like Ranch. No, but Husk. Husk is an interesting character, and it's like was an interesting character from the start, but as the character develops, it's just like, oh wow, like this fool has like his own like real backstory going on too, and it's like I think the interesting thing about the show is that every character feels developed enough that it feels like they could have been the center of the show if that's what was wanted, like you could do like an individual show on just about all of them except for
Nifty.
Right? Nifty is like, but Nifty's intentionally left as an enigma, so it's like right.
He's just a little ball of chaos,
and I'm sure that we'll get to deal with Nifty soon. Or not soon, but eventually. That's what I should say. Not soon, but eventually. So okay. Well, anybody got anything else they want to say about Hazbin Hotel before we jump to some ratings? Mm-hmm. Okay. Jay, you look like you about to say something. Go for it.
Yeah, I will say, part of me thought that Oz would go for this show. Just because it feels like kind of slice of life, which I know that he doesn't like, but then there's a lot of like lore and war and like stuff going on in the background I thought might keep him interested.
Nah, the lore's all wrong.
Okay.
All of a sudden he cares about what it's adapted from.
Oz is intimately associated with hell. He understands exactly how hell works.
More than you might know.
Well, he learned it from Lucifer.
Right.
I know that was like his main complaint about Sweet Paprika. Like, he was hoping there would be more conflict concerning angels and demons mixing. And we have that in spades and Hazbin. In fact, we have even more than we thought because, and I'm assuming everyone's up to date, Vaggie turns out to be an angel.
Oh, dang. You just, look, he's going to just put that out there, huh? Ruin it for the people.
Honestly, everyone had already predicted that. Like,
damn. I'm the only dummy that
like,
didn't see it
a
coming.
month ago. Yeah. Like,
I was
the main clue being like somewhere in the first episode, like people already kind of had their thing from the design, but in like one of the first episodes, she talks about how you want. She says to Charlie, like, you want to protect your people, which basically distancing herself, like they're not her people, they're yours. Like she's not a denizen of hell.
Yeah. No, trust me.
Explains her voice problem.
I mean, maybe.
Like it was too loud.
the concept of the show and you know the whole yearly extermination and all that, like it's interesting. It's an interesting idea. It's an interesting idea. It's just it's a musical and it wasn't entertaining to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I can go with like if the lore doesn't match the where it came from. I don't know, the words are
the other bullshit.
If the lore doesn't match, I can go with it if it's consistent. You know, it's okay. They have their own thing going on and go with it. But I wasn't entertained.
Okay, fair enough.
So yeah, but concept wise, yeah, you're right. It was more interesting to me than like Sweet Paprika.
It's interesting. It's interesting because I feel like the reveal is very obvious after the fact. Like when it happened, I was like, "Oh, of course, like, of course." Like, I was like, but I sure it didn't. I didn't see it. It didn't come to me at all. And usually that kind of stuff would, but
right.
I don't know, for whatever reason.
Silver eye and
right. Oh, I do. It after they said it, I was just like, "Wow!" I'm like, "Man, I can't believe it. Can't believe
How does the X over her eye do that?
Because all the executioners, like the angels, all have a symbol over their eye,
which they stole from Crimson.
Is that so?
Yeah, but
I'm not sure what that is.
It's a comic book that deals with conflicts with angels and demons and vampires and werewolves and children of Judas and
I read it.
And dragons and saints and ghosts. But they all have the same symbol though. It's not. It's like some Aramaic like face tattoo kind of thing, like warrior thing.
But yeah, like definitely.
I'm not stealing. I just wanted to be like Oz.
Oh, they do all have an X over their eye.
Yeah. Yeah, no, trust me. It's super obvious after the fact. And you know, and the whole like way it happens and like how she ends up in hell, like that's all like a really cool and interesting story in and of itself, even though they just, you know, showed us
and
just
visually interesting.
Yeah, no, it was awesome.
I mean,
it was awesome.
Up.
Yeah.
Fucked up, but visually interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, and if I go back and watch this but skip over the songs, am I going to miss anything?
No.
I mean, you know, like
because I might, you know, like you guys are making me more interested in it now.
I think you can skip over the songs. Like they basically will tell you the info you need to know and then flesh it out in song. So if you skip the song, you do still get what's happening.
Like it's like every musical. Like that's how musicals work. Like
you're saying that like I watch musicals.
You've seen musicals before.
Dude, let it go.
I'm just saying, y'all watch Disney movies. Those are musicals too, you know. Nah, they are. I hate to break it to you.
Those are Disney movies.
That Little Mermaid joint, the original that you liked, is a musical. And it's like
but
it
I
just it.
was young and stupid when I liked it.
Uh-huh.
Tastes
Sure.
do change
Okay.
as you mature.
He just watched it for Ariel.
That's true. I did grow up that year. Look, there was a point in my life I don't like the taste of beer, and my steak had to be well done.
Ugh.
I'm saying at one point I was stupid because I was
And
young.
his balls dropped.
Yeah. So
And he graduated from the was it the reprogramming camp? They sent the gay
I can't 100% guarantee you'll like it, like if you keep going forward, but I will say it is more interesting than you're giving it. I think it is more interesting than you're giving it credit for. So I would just say try it. Like try episode 2 or 3. Skip the songs. If it's not doing it for you by then, I would let it go.
It's like it's
a question too.
Okay.
Is it supposed to be a comedy too, or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Even though this isn't as comedic as, say, Hell of a Boss, where Hell of a Boss, the main focus is comedy.
Yeah.
This one, it's like a dramedy.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, wow, they're not even all out yet.
That's kind of how it felt.
No, the last 2 come out Friday.
Okay. Yeah. So, and I guess I have another question because I didn't know that the pilot was different from the first episode. Are the episodes different themselves, or is it just, they like retooled it for
So basically how this goes, the pilot is unofficial, but nothing in the show contradicts the pilot. So right now, the unofficial thing is that the show starts 1 week after the pilot.
Mm-hmm. It's like issue 0.
Yeah. So even though it's not official, you can basically call it like that. Like the pilot did happen because right now nothing in the show contradicts it. And the show starts 1 week after the pilot because they mentioned Alistair came in 1 week ago. At one point, they said Alistair came in just a week ago. So we're going with pilot, week skip, show.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, they look, and it's like there's a whole like world happening in hell that like only kind of gets, you only scratch the surface of it really in these 6 episodes because I mean a lot of it of course is focused, or the majority of what's happening in the show focuses on the hotel, but it just feels like there's a lot of other things going on in hell. I mean, you have like these overlords, which like Lords of Hell isn't a new concept, obviously, but these Lords of Hell have their own kind of flair, and they throughout the different episodes they talk about the whole like or they touch on, I should say, like the politics of hell, and that's kind of interesting too, just because it's like, again, these are like a whole nother set of characters that we're not getting a whole lot of information about. It's just characters that we're like kind of scratching the surface on, but all seem pretty interesting. So it's the show's definitely not going to be for everybody, but I feel like there's definitely a set of people that would probably appreciate it, despite its musical genre. But if you're into musicals, then I think I think you're set. If you like musicals and Christian mythology, you might be like, okay, let's do it. So, all right, shall we rate it?
Yes.
Okay, Jay, what would you rate Hazbin Hotel?
I would give it a 4. I like the story. I like the characters. I like the premise. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. And I really do want to see what happens next.
There it is. There it is. Oz, how about you? What would you rate Hazbin Hotel?
Just seen the first episode. I'm probably gonna go with a 3. For all the problems I mentioned, but I was gonna go with 2, and you guys have convinced me to maybe go check it out again, watch another couple episodes, and see if it gets better. I mean, it wouldn't be the first series to struggle in its first episode, so I might go back and give it a chance. Maybe skip through the songs, because yeah, there's definitely the concept is interesting, and there's some story elements that you guys have mentioned that I think are also interesting. So yeah, I'm probably gonna go back and check it out, and maybe it'll raise my score when I'm done.
There it is. Moses Magnum, what would you rate Hazbin Hotel?
I would give it a 4 because I mean, even just watching it on mute, I don't hear the music. I do enjoy. Well, I enjoy the art style, the flow, the designs. Like it works either way, with or without the music, the same way. Yeah, it's well done, well crafted. Even the spoiler that I got here explains the sound of that one character being all loud. So there.
Yeah, yeah. I would give it. I think a 4.5 is where I'm at. Like I like it. I like it, and you know, I want to see where it goes and where it ends up, and I'm actually really excited to hear that it has 2 additional seasons coming because who knows where we could go with this. So yeah, I'm I'm looking forward to checking out the last 2 episodes, and hopefully the next 2 seasons will be good as well. All right, cool. With that said, let's make a switch. Let's talk about some comics. You guys ready?
Review.
Like
Review.
well, not like that, but like
I love it. I love it. Cobra Commander, #1. Moses, you feel up to telling us about Cobra Commander, #1?
Fine. Cobra Commander #1 is the latest installment in the Energon universe. Came out last week, I believe, last Wednesday. We gave you a week to read it, so there's gonna be spoilers. And yeah, it's basically our intro to Cobra Commander's little origin in this Energon universe, as well as connecting it to what we've read already: Duke, Void Rivals, and Transformers. You see his story, how he becomes part of a member of Cobra, and why he is out and about doing his mischief with among the rest of us, and why he never like gets a disguise. There's an origin to the pride in the silver face. But yeah, the end.
Cool.
Is that good enough for you, Larry? Larry. But yeah, it was written by Joshua Williamson. I forget who did the artist. There's a couple of variant covers, and I should let you know, if you're enticed by our description of it, you could go to Fantastic Forums Live and buy cover B. I accidentally put it as an auction, but I will be changing it to a set price after the show today. And yeah, you can monetize the show that way. And yeah, Jay, man, how'd you like Cobra Commander #1?
Well, first off, it was Andrea Milana
That's
doing the art and Annalisa Leone doing the colors.
Nice.
And I really enjoyed it. Like, I've honestly been looking forward to this ever since I found out, Duke and Cobra Commander were going to be part of the Energon universe, even though their only miniseries. I was looking forward to how they would connect, and they're doing it in the best way right now. Like Cobra Commander is part of Cobra Law, but he's kind of doing his own thing. Like there's anti-technology, and he's got Megatron chained up in order to steal information from him. And it's just like that. It's just a super cool thing. And I said her name,
Andrea
Milana. The artwork is great, especially when you see that Megatron, which I didn't pre-produce.
I'll put it up in a little bit. I did have it. I just forgot to upload it. I'll send it right now.
Well, page keeps turning. But yeah, you get this Megatron, and it's just like, damn.
Yeah, there it is.
Like that is close to like one of my second favorite. Like that's probably my second favorite thing right now, after Optimus suplexing Starscream.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's just very cool what's happening. And this, you say it's an origin story, which is, I mean, appropriate because, you know, this is kind of a new beginning, the Energon universe.
Even G.I. Joe in general. Even G.I. Joe in general, I think, like the way they're bringing in Duke and everything, it's a different G.I. Joe that we're used to, but I think it might be the origin. All this might be the origin for that, too.
So, yeah, like, it's just really great. And in particular, yes, I do love how it's all fitting together.
It really does feel like you're playing with all your toys at once, except you only do it, 1 week at a time. Because Duke 2 is out already, too, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it came out today. Because I actually went to the comic shop today and I bought it.
Nice.
Which you can also buy at fantasticforum.live if you want.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Oz, what did you think of Cobra Commander #1?
Yeah, it was interesting. Like,
we don't believe you, Oz. We don't believe you.
It sounds like
no, I liked it. I thought I was actually seeing the origin of Cobra Commander, and then I realized it's Elseworlds Cobra Commander. But it's still a cool story, especially the beginning, and like Jay said, the art is amazing, especially when he's all like messed up, and they got that 3-headed snake or whatever. Dude, like those are some nice looking pages, and it's consistent throughout the whole book. The only problem I had was when he's wearing that Carmen Sandiego hat. That's a little weird.
That's from the show.
Yeah,
like when Cobra Commander would wear a disguise. That's how this fool would dress. He's like I'm incognito
with the silver mask,
right? And that giant brimmed hat. You're right. He doesn't like Carmen Sandiego. What's Tiger Claw saying?
So Cobra Commander gets a comic. They're gonna do one for Megatron. I don't know if they're gonna do one for Megatron, but this issue does kind of show there's it basically explains why Starscream is the head right now, and it kind of, in a way, I kind of feel like it teases what's to come in terms of the Decepticon dynamic. Like that, when Jay said you said that's your favorite scene is when he's chained up. That was, but mine. That was for me until I flipped the page and it's like he powers on. Like there's that face, that smirk. I'm like, oh shit! Like I get goosebumps just thinking about it.
That's a messed up image.
Right.
Because you realize he's missing his arms.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's all fucked up, but he still smirks. It's like there's gonna be hell to pay.
Right. Yeah, man. This book, Jesus. It's like you all know I was looking forward to this book pretty much as soon as I heard that it got announced.
We have
And
video
as
of
we've
you
been,
being excited at Comic-Con.
dude, and it's like one of these things where each installment of the Energon universe has like additionally hyped me up. Like, like Void Rivals was the pleasant surprise. Friggin' the Transformers book, I was like, I love this. Like, I'm into it. I'm ready for more Transformers like this. Then Duke came, and I was just like, oh, dude, like it's like I don't give a damn about Duke, and I love this. Like, I can't wait to follow this guy.
Like, out of this whole Energon universe right now, Duke #1 was probably one of the best.
Oh, 100%. It was definitely like it's top tier, no question. But Cobra Commander got it for me because I was just like, and that's the thing, like, I love villains. And, just like I love like how Joshua Williamson informs you as a reader. Like, if you're like, okay, I know Cobra Commander, and it's like you see like this scene in Cobra Law, and then you have the guy yelling retreat, retreat, because that was Cobra Commander's whole thing. And then he flips the script on you, and you have like the Energon universe Cobra Commander, like, oh, no one was going to be retreating today. You know what I'm saying? And so like, okay, like you get like informed enough that you're like, this guy understands who Cobra Commander is or has been, but he's taking it a different direction, and he's making that conscious decision. But at the same time, the character still feels very much like Cobra Commander. It's just an edge with it.
Yeah, because what he says after that scene where he goes, it's like, we're scientists, we're not worried. Like, hey, but science could be used as a weapon too, and
right.
that sealed the, like, I'm like, oh, okay, it's a little different, but then that's like, trying to get that weather machine, man.
Exactly, the weather dominator, right? Exactly. But at the same time, you see in this book where it's like, okay, you have a Cobra Commander that's not afraid to get his hands dirty if necessary, you know what I'm saying? Or at least to a certain degree. And so that's cool too. And then, like just like, okay. Not only do you have what do you say, Jay? Oh, go ahead. Jay, can you hear us? He did? He looks like he's moving to me. Oh, I guess not. Damn.
Is Cobra Law a planet or like a dimension?
Cobra Law is a place. Like, it's like in the Andes and or something like tucked away in the Andes.
Those Cobra Larians do not look human.
Well, they're
not.
That's where the reptilian conspiracy theory comes from Cobra Law.
Is that where it comes from?
No, well, there's a whole thing with like the Slee Slag
snake people that live in the center of the earth.
Old sci-fi writer that did that, and then everybody ran with it and says that it's true, and
and that is what it is. Yeah, Cobra Law are the snake people that live in the earth.
Yeah.
So they have like a whole society, like that's on Earth, and it's a hidden away society, basically. You've never seen G.I. Joe the movie? You
gotta go through the mountain.
No, like the live action, yeah.
No, the real G.I. Joe the movie.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Damn it. Oh yeah. Jesus Christ.
No, if Michael Bay's not involved, I'm not interested.
No, man. And that's the other part too.
That's why you ask stupid questions like, is Cobra Law a dimensional thing?
I mean, it's
look, in the Michael Bay movies, yes, Cobra La is a different dimension. like definitely. They were like, oh no, they can't just be on Earth. So
like they might catch on.
Jay, you froze on us for a little bit, but you sound like you were about to say something. What were you going to say?
I was about to say, I think I'm going to freeze on you, and I should rate this before it craps out completely.
Got it. Okay.
So I am going to give Duke or Cobra Commander, man, like a 5. Like, it's just really enjoyable, and the art is amazing.
Yeah.
And it just makes me more and more excited to keep reading the Energon universe.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. So if I go down,
we got the rating at least.
I'm good. Yeah, you got the rating.
Okay.
Oh, my final thought is the Hazbin Hotel finale this Friday. Check it out.
Jay's like, let me get it all in here. Let me get it all in. It's too funny. Oh, we got a caller. Caller, tell the people who you are, where you're calling from, and what you think of Cobra Commander.
Hi, I'm Derek H. Calling from NoHo, where there's no snow. I wanted to talk about Cobra Commander, of course, and say that that Cobra La is in the same universe as the Transformers, and because of the last Transformers movie made it canon that G.I. Joe and Transformers are in the same universe. So Cobra La would be in the same universe as Cybertron, and not a dimension. That is a place. That is a place on Earth in this dimension.
That is true. All facts. All facts.
That's what I said, Michael Bay.
Listen,
Michael. This is not Michael Bay's universe. The last Transformers was not a Michael Bay movie.
It wasn't the Michael Bay Transformers?
No, those are not the Michael Bay Transformers. Those actually that happened before the Michael Bay universe. Therefore, it predates the Michael Bay universe. Therefore, the Michael Bay universe happens in a parallel alternate universe.
Listen, I'm pretty sure that those like the Bumblebee movie Transformers are Michael Bay Transformers. They're better looking versions.
I'm talking about the last movie.
Oh, you're talking about
Beast?
The Beast
Rise of the Beast. Oh yeah, those are definitely Michael Bay Transformers.
Yeah,
those are not Michael Bay Transformers. Beast Wars are not Michael Bay.
Those are Beast.
Michael Bay was not a part of that.
Right, Rise of Beast is not Beast Wars either.
Yeah,
that is true.
I didn't see no Decepticons.
Exactly. Those are not Decepticons. Are actually just offshoots of Autobots.
It's a prequel to the first Michael Bay Transformers.
Wait, Rise of the Beast?
Yeah. It's a sequel to Bumblebee, but a prequel to Transformers.
Oh,
Bumblebee is a prequel to all of that.
Yeah, that's why this is a sequel to Bumblebee and a prequel to Transformers.
Yeah.
Either way, like they all none of them really.
There's no Rampage in it.
Rampage is awesome. Yeah, but
you guys were talking about the Energon universe. Now, does IDW have the power to actually sustain an Energon universe, with follow-up series and stuff?
Well, they didn't. That's why Skybound has it.
Oh,
yes,
Skybound.
Energon universe is Skybound.
I thought this was IDW property. I'm sorry. Because I was going to say that IDW doesn't really seem to have the ability to keep up with any ongoing title at all without switching it up once they get a new license. They get a new license, and all of a sudden they're the whole new universe. So I wanted to make sure this was actually going to stay around for me to invest my time in it. I need to be able to invest my time and stuff. I can't just be going willy-nilly back and forth between universes.
Well, these are miniseries, right?
Yeah.
I think the Transformers is ongoing though, right?
Well, Duke and Cobra Commander are miniseries.
Right.
But they're part of the Energon universe?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Duke. So like I feel like, if I'm not mistaken, I feel like the G.I. Joe series. Oh no, that's not true. That's the other continuation G.I. Joe series. They have the Transformers and the Void Rivals are ongoing. The Duke and Cobra Commander are limited series, but there very well might be a G.I. Joe book that comes out of that in the Energon universe, but we'll have to see, because that hasn't been announced technically or anything like that.
Now,
Well, we know there's.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
We know there's a Energon universe book that hasn't started yet.
Yes.
Now, is there any scenario where a live canon production overtakes a comic book production, like where the because I thought that the live action always superseded the comic book in terms of canon.
That's only in Marvel.
No. What? No, that's not true. Like, the only thing that I know of that rule applies is maybe Star Wars.
Really?
Like, Star Wars is the only place I know where they're like, the movies or the live action stuff is what matters. And they, like, if somebody wrote a book or somebody wrote a comic and somebody that made a movie or a TV show decides they want to change it, then that's what
it's whatever came out first. So with Star Wars, the movies were first.
No, it's not about whatever comes out first. It's literally like live action stuff supersedes stuff that's written or that's comics or books,
right?
Or
because
whatever.
With Star Wars, the movies came out first, so live action came out first. So that's the universe.
Well, no, because in the comic books, Han Solo has a wife. That's not Princess Leia. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The movies came out before the comic books existed. So anything that came out later in comic books or even in the regular books is not really canon.
But then,
although Filoni is trying to make it canon.
I mean, yeah, like I hear what you're saying. You're saying like that goes that way because the movies, like, it's Star Wars started as a movie property is what you're basically saying.
Right. If it started as a comic, then the movies aren't the canon. The comics are the canon.
Tell that to Nick Fury.
And that would mean that none of the Transformers movies can be canon because all those post-date, not only the cartoon movie, and the comic book.
Right.
The movies came out dead last.
Right. They're like a separate universe. They're Elseworlds.
Even though it's like, look, you don't even want to start on Transformers continuity. It's like, I can tell you, my friend, like, that's not a rabbit hole you want to go down. Like, it's like, yeah,
you could ask
like Transformers. No, your brother doesn't know.
He watched all of it. He watched the 5 episodes. He can connect it all.
It's not because he didn't see it. It's because it's not consistent. Like, it's not his fault that he doesn't know. Like, the people that created it don't know.
He connects it all.
Well, from what I understand, the Transformers and G.I. Joe, their canon contradicts not only the TV and the movies, but also just the toys themselves. The toys themselves have their own canon, based on what do you call those, the boxes and stuff. There's like a little story for everybody that doesn't coexist with what we know is true.
Yeah, that's 100% true. Like
Look
it
at
all
Snake Eyes.
contradicts itself. Yeah, like Snake Eyes has what, 6 origins?
Mm-hmm.
You know. Yeah.
Back
so
to Cobra Commander.
yeah. Derek, have you read Cobra Commander #1?
No, I have not read Cobra Commander #1. I'm still confused about which She-Hulk is #1. I think I bought 3 She-Hulk #1s in the last 2 months.
I believe that.
You can get cover B of Cobra Commander on FantasticForum.live and help monetize me as I do.
Wait! Can I really buy comic books from FantasticForum.live?
With just the one.
Just the one that we're reviewing today, but there's going to be more up there.
Okay, I'm interested in that. I will start going to Fantastic
I'm not going to wait for YouTube to monetize me. I'm just what I review, I'm going to sell. So
yeah, no,
okay, I'll start on that because I've been buying Wonder Woman number I don't know off of Amazon.com, and if there's a better way, if there's a way to give you guys 15 cents every time I buy it instead of giving Jeff Bezos 15 cents so he can make a rocket to the moon, I'll do that.
There it is. You won't be disappointed.
Yes, I will. I'm always disappointed.
Yeah, like it's funny because I was waiting for Derek to tell us about how much we don't like Cobra Commander and how we think it's different from the cartoon. Even though I did say it was different, but I was toting that as a positive.
Cobra Commander is Jordan Gordon-Levitt, right?
Yeah.
he is the brother of, like, he's like
he what? He likes Scarlet's
brother or the Brandon's brother? He's somebody's brother.
That I don't know.
I don't remember from those movies. It's okay.
One of the movies.
Yeah, that was actually one of the better G.I. Joe movies, in my opinion. But they're all not great. Yeah, but Cobra probably Cobra Commander #1.
I give it a 5.
As you should. It deserves it. It deserves it. Jay, you agree with Jay?
No, I give it a 4. I do not agree with Jay.
No, it's too late. You already agree with Jay, Derek. It's too late. It's too late. Now you and Jay are allies on this.
It's the part where Jay says he only saw the first two panels and then couldn't read it anymore or something, because he never reads or watches the whole thing, which upsets me. He always says, "Oh, I only saw the first episode. It's only been out for 4 years. I only saw the first episode. I only read the issue number 1/2 or something." He never reads the. I don't like Jay. I'll say it. I don't want to say it.
What? How can you not like Jay? He's fantastic.
He doesn't read books. I'm pro
Jay,
book.
Jay doesn't read books? I don't know.
No.
That's hilarious.
I got nothing else to say to you guys. I'm sorry.
Well, we appreciate you calling it either way, Derek.
I'm not sure about that. I will continue to watch. Your content on YouTube, including anytime Oz opens a box or Moses decides to tell me something about Marvel Snap. I don't see you over there that often, Lawrence. But I will continue.
I'm gonna try to change that in 2024.
I don't believe you. I don't like
it's
being
okay.
I don't like being
look. All I can tell you is I'm gonna try.
And I will look out for Tiger Claw's issue of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I was gonna buy it, but then he said it's just fan art and not real, so I will not buy it. Partially because I don't like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But still, I'm trying to support Tiger Claw in any way possible because I like the fact that he likes stuff, and I like people that like stuff. Yeah, that's all. And I'm gonna try to watch Hazbin on Hotels because you guys seems like you said some decent stuff about it, even though it's musical. I don't like musicals either, but I will still try to keep watch out for that.
There it is. Thank you, Derek.
Bye, guys. Fantastic Four.
All right.
Oh, whatever you think.
Remember, you can buy Cobra Commander at fantasticforum.live. Ah, you hung up on him. Trying to make a sale there.
He hung up on himself.
Oh.
I didn't push him out.
I might donate some books for that cause. I'm running out of storage space too.
There it is.
I got to make a review video for it first. I got to figure out. It's only letting me do auctions, so I got to fix that. Cause, yeah.
Yeah. So we talked about the art for Cobra Commander #1. We talked about the characterization of Cobra Commander. We talked about a bit of the twist. I like Cobra Law is like it. I love that organization. I can't wait to see more of it. I hope that happens in this series. It may not, but I hope it does. But just the fact that we're getting like more members of Cobra is like, like even just the little bit they showed of Destro, I was just like, oh, okay, this is gonna be cool, man. Like I can't wait till we get into this version of G.I. Joe, because the big thing I feel like is like it has all of the characterization, like everything you love about the 80s aspect of G.I. Joe is there. It's just there with an edge. And it's not like a super hard edge. Because I feel like, Cobra Commander is still, for all intents and purposes, like an all ages book. It might have like a little bit
you
of
still hear his
additional.
voice when you read it. You still hear his voice like the cartoon.
Right.
Yeah.
100%. Like he has that lisp,
Yeah.
with the long S's. So, it's like, it's cool, but it's just, they put a little bit of roughness to it. And so it's like, man, like it's gonna be cool, man. Like I'm so happy that this is coming together in a way that feels good, because I'll tell you, I'm not necessarily the dude that's like all for Transformer G.I. Joe crossover stuff. Like I feel like a lot of the time it's corny. And like in toy form, it's probably the best you can do. And even then, it's still kind of, it can be weird and kind of messed up. But this, I'm all for this. And I'm hoping that it continues to stay at this level, because right now it's hitting on all cylinders.
Where was Destro?
The
It
Mars.
wasn't that dude at the beginning, was it?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think like he's more in the middle. I think with the Mars Corporation, don't they show him in there? Like it's not him like actually Destroed out, but it's like the dude that is Destro, I believe. And who knows? I might be wrong on that, but I think it is him. So we'll see.
I don't think I saw Destro in this book.
That's fair. We shall see.
We shall see.
You all ready to rate some Cobra Commander #1?
Yeah.
Okay. Oz, what would you rate Cobra Commander #1, buddy?
Yeah, I guess I'll go with 5. The art's good, the story's good. People should check it out.
Okay, there it is. Moses Magnum, what would you rate Cobra Commander?
That's a 5 out of 5 for me too, because it's $15 on fantasticforum.live. No, it's just good. Like it's well paced. I read it twice. Like I read it once and then the second time, and it's an easy, it's a fun read, and it's only, if anything, it's only too short. But
Mm-hmm. I could see that. I would not have been mad if it was a double-sized issue.
Yeah. But it's not that anything was missing. It's just I want more of it, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5 as well. It's fantastic. Like, it's a really great beginning to what's probably going to end up being a pretty amazing series or amazing limited series. And hopefully it's a precursor to us getting some cool ass G.I. Joe books. So,
And
here.
we can let's ask what Josh Williams think of our review.
No, man. These guys are cool. Fantasy Forum is good. I like them. I'm Josh Williamson, and I approve this message.
There it is. There it is.
You
ready?
James, we don't use stuff.
I know. Y'all ready to do some news?
Oh boy.
Let's do it. We got the theme, right?
Comic book news. We should have a like current. Well, not like that, but like.
Now I feel like I need to use these buttons.
I still haven't been able to download my soundboard onto this computer.
What?
Yeah, I don't know if it's just not on the marketplace anymore for Windows Store or something. So I gotta figure it out. But
okay, so I was traipsing all over news stories earlier. Now's the time. Look, Tiger Claw. Hopefully, Tiger Claw's still in chat. He asked us about Supergirl casting, right?
Yeah, you hadn't heard this?
I have not. So tell me about it, please. I missed it.
Millie Alcock has been cast as Supergirl.
Who is that?
She was the main actress in House of the Dragon.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what I forget what character.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that.
There's something right now.
Yeah. She was whoever the main Targaryen.
Yeah. She was good.
She is. It's just she's got that chipmunk face.
Yeah, she does.
And it was fine for House of the Dragon because at that point in that timeline, they've been inbreeding for generations. So I get it. But I don't know if I need her as Supergirl.
That is too funny. Yeah, I feel you. But at the same time, I do feel like we have versions of Supergirl that are drawn like that. She's like Tim Sale Supergirl. You know?
That could be it. It's like if you got what's the girl that played Magic in New Mutant? Yeah. Like if she was Supergirl. Somehow I see that more than I do this. But I didn't watch House of the Dragon, so I don't know what her acting is like.
She's fantastic.
Yeah, again, you say that, I haven't seen it. Yeah. Just like you say the Earth is round, I haven't seen it.
Okay. Wait. I'll be right back.
See, man, what the fuck?
I'm not seeing the Tim Sale.
No,
I'm looking
but
at Tim
you
Sale.
should use that as an example of weird looking.
I was thinking more like the animated series version where she's got the white shirt and the with the gloves, because in that style, they drew her face that has that rounded out.
Yeah.
So if she got that costume, I guess that wouldn't be too bad.
Well, everybody in that cartoon, if you're a teen or feminine, you got that it's a weird soft chin design on the face, but I'm more worried. In what part of my news story when I got this was a response that Matthew Vaughn gave, the director of Kingsman and X-Men First Class, and he's doing a movie called Argyle right now, and I guess he had approached her for that movie or a movie he's working, and she couldn't do it because of Supergirl. And he's actually he brought up a good point. It's they're casting her without even having a director yet. So it's like, what's the? She goes, that's weird. Like, you can't really. The director should be doing the casting. Yeah, they have a. And he goes, and it just brings up a point where it's like, again, it's a big studio thing that's the problem they had before. Like, they had a overview, and they were doing things without even having a script or a director yet, and the stuff they got new directors for, they had to change out of continuity and stuff. And it's like, if you're gonna be repeating the same problem, why'd you get rid of the last universe?
Yeah, I honestly, I didn't even know they had a script.
Well, the only reason I say they have a script is because on Threads, James Gunn was like, hey, they asked him, has anything been pushed back because of the writer's strike? And he said some things got pushed back and some things got pushed up. But we're moving things along. Like, Creature Commandos is coming up. Like, they're finishing the last episodes. That's gonna be coming up in the end of the year. And he's like, the stuff that we can't tell you is that the stuff we're working on is stuff we have a good script for. Like, we don't want to start working on things until we have a good script. But they're casting without a director. And so it's like, you don't know what, it's gonna be one of those things where they don't really care they're gonna pick a director that doesn't care what the movie is, just to execute the executive plan.
Lawrence, did you know they already had a Lex Luthor too?
Yes.
Okay.
I knew that because they cast a Lex Luthor the same time they cast a Superman.
Is it like Willie Nocock?
It's Beast from the Young X-Men movie.
I don't like that.
Right.
That
guy's good though.
Not for that.
And as long as he's, you don't think that guy could be Lex Luthor if he shaves his head bald?
Nah.
That dude's a great actor.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I don't think he could be Jimmy Olsen.
I feel like he plays the same character every time he.
Yeah, he could play Bizarro.
Why can he play Bizarro?
Because he looks like Bizarro in the zombie movie he was in, where he played a zombie.
The zombie rom-com, right?
Yeah,
that was it.
Yeah, that wasn't a bad movie, but he looked like he acted because he spoke and stuff. It was like Bizarro, like yeah. And who they get for Superman?
A no name.
Yeah,
I can look him up, but I know he's not a.
Nah, it doesn't even matter. I think I remember that now.
Have you guys seen The Menu?
I watched the trailer.
Okay. Like, I feel like maybe maybe The Menu wouldn't help you, but I feel like that's like one of those joints where for me I'm like, you can kind of see it. Like, I think it'd be good.
I guess because I'm thinking more of like my like Lex Luthor, like going with a young thin guy with hair is like the mistake they did the last time, and they need somebody maybe older that doesn't need to like be the other side of the coin to the superhero in a sense, in looks or whatever. Like, he could just be an old business tycoon, tech tycoon,
The guy that got to play Superman looks like Henry Cavill if Henry Cavill stopped working out, but didn't get fat.
Yeah, that's kind of what I remember.
Like, he doesn't have that powerful
the jaw,
chin, jawline and all that, but he's kind of got the same shape. All right, if he hits the gym and takes the roids, he might be okay.
Does he look more like Matt Bomer?
No.
The thing that you all were saying about Matthew Vaughn and talking about not having a director, like, I can understand where he's coming from with that, but at the same time, it's a little different, right? Like, when you have like James Gunn kind of being the overarching force behind the whole universe, right? Like, it's like,
oh, you mean the guy that made Ego a Celestial?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, okay. So I don't want a director when that guy's running the universe. Yeah,
I'm not saying you don't want a director. I'm just saying, like, he's playing like a Kevin Feige kind of role, right? So it's like
enjoy your
it's not. Hey, I mean,
at the end of the day,
I'm
you're
just saying-
crafting a movie, and you got to get somebody like that. To me, what I get where Matt's coming from, but where I'm coming from is this: if you're crafting a movie, you're gonna get somebody that's gonna make the movie that. If you're getting somebody, if you're doing everything without the director in mind, then it doesn't matter who the director is, and that's the problem that we've been having with a lot of these, like Eternals and you know, even some of these shows like Echo, you know, like, and it's just like, you know, if you left to do something better or remake something that was wrong better, like, why are you doing the same thing, you know?
Oh, this movie is crap.
Which one?
I was just looking at the cast.
What movie?
The Superman Legacy.
Oh, it's crap already.
They signed Anthony Carrigan, and he's not Lex Luthor. I'm out.
Who's Anthony Carrigan?
He plays Zsasz in that Gotham TV show. Like, he literally cannot grow hair. Like, he's Luthor.
Luthor can grow hair.
No, he can't.
Not my Luthor.
He lost it when he started fucking with that kryptonite.
You don't know who I'm talking about, do you?
Lex Luthor?
No, the actor.
Oh no, I know who you're talking about. Oh, you're saying the actor literally can't grow hair?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Lex Luthor.
And he's good. I think he's like Lex Luthor. Better than Beast over there.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
It's time to shine, and they stomped all over his star.
And so who did they?
The universe is time to shine, and they're stomping all over the universe.
He's gonna play Metamorpho.
He could be a good Metamorpho too.
Yeah,
but I rather
that's good casting.
I know, but I'd rather him be.
Well, you get somebody else to be Luthor too, like, you know.
It's like, listen, he's definitely a better pick for Metamorpho.
Like the dude that played Zod could play Doomsday. Like if they're doing the same mistakes, he could be Metamorpho and like Luthor.
But Metamorpho is more makeup, where Luthor, he's a human. Like
well, you need an actor with gravitas, like that's looking over LexCorp building, watching Superman and saying, "They're loving this person here, and he's not one of us." And he sees him all powerful, taking on this like planet-ending threat, and says, "I'm gonna stop him." And you need to be able to take him seriously. I can't take the dude that played Beast seriously if he says that about maybe that skinny little Superman, yeah, but you know, not any other Superman. Maybe Dean Cain, you know. I can't see him saying that about Tom Welling. Yeah. Like Tom Welling now looks better as Superman than he did then.
Yeah, dude, when he did that crossover, I was like, man, they should have just brought him back. You don't need this swarthy, whatever.
I can't even see the Beast guy say that to the swarthy one. The swarthy one, after Superman and Lois, that swarthy one will fuck somebody up.
And it's funny too, because I love that scene where they introduce him. Like, even new Lois Lane looks at him like, oh, that look at that guy. And like her husband is right there, like looking at her like, what the hell are you talking about? And she's like, oh, fucking just a flood. She watered all the crops that day.
Water broke and she ain't even pregnant. Yeah. Well, but what are you gonna do? James Gunn, the man that brought you you know, a Howard the Duck in a movie where it's not Howard the Duck trying to get laid and hating people.
Derek says the the TV verse Superman is Hispanic. Is he?
So who is?
I thought he was like Armenian.
The new Superman.
I might have
Superman
just called
Lois
him
Superman.
Armenian.
Now, when you said like you saying the actor is or that?
Well, it would have
Yeah,
to
I
be
don't
the
know.
actor because the character is Kryptonian.
I mean, it could be.
I've never heard the name
Latin,
Hulkling as Hispanic.
Latin Kryptonian. Yeah. I don't know if that's the case or what. So anyway, what other news stories do we have?
Katie Kubert is the new editor on the Batman books, but
Really,
it's not really an announcement. Chip Zdarsky on his Substack let it out. The news,
like accidentally?
Not really. Like he's just keeping everybody abreast of all his comings and goings, and he left a specific typo. He's like, since my friend Katie Kubert's going to be my new editor, I left this typo, and she's the niece of Andy and Adam and granddaughter to Joe Kubert.
Cool.
She worked on like a bunch of like Marvel stuff a couple years back. She was editor on those like Thor and I forget what, and she's gonna be working on Batman now as an editor.
Cool.
Aquaman 2
Mm-hmm.
is the highest grossing DCEU movie since 2018.
I don't believe that.
But there hasn't been anything since The Flash, and then what else?
Well, 2018 was the first Aquaman.
Oh, okay.
So then you've had Black Adam.
Oh.
You've had Shazam, both of them, The Flash, Birds of Prey, Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman, 1984.
Wonder Woman 2. Yeah.
Blue Beetle. And it's just apparently it's been just steadily making more and more money. Like it's been steady. It's never been like the top whatever. It's just people are watching it.
Yeah, they're like, hey, this is out. Oh shit, it is out. Let's go. Yeah. I blame us for reviewing it. Then people they're like, oh shit, that's just out already.
Yeah, apparently people like seeing a wet Momoa.
Yeah.
That should be the name of our new band. Wet Momoa.
It'd be a nice reggae band.
Would be a reggae. Look, it would be steel drum band.
But it'd be like old school reggae, like where we still wear suits, like we're on that television. Harry Belafonte.
It's past 400 million in the global box office.
That's crazy. That doesn't make any sense.
Black Adam.
That's not a good movie.
Black Adam was 390. I think that was the closest one to it.
I can look. They're probably gonna bring it back for commercials and be like, yeah, the highest grossing in 3 years.
Well, look, now Momoa can walk in a Gunn's office and say, "So you need a Lobo, right? Look at my numbers and present our results."
I would much prefer him as Lobo than Aquaman.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's who he's trying to be in Aquaman.
I feel that's who he's trying to be in real life.
Originally, that's what we thought he was going to be cast as, right? Lobo, when he was talking to DC.
Yeah, although if with James Gunn at the helm, it'll probably be a new god.
New god Lobo. Listen, I don't feel like Jason Momoa would let himself get put in white makeup.
They could just
doesn't need it. You didn't need it to be Aquaman, right?
Yeah,
right. I'm not talking about white person. I'm talking about Lobo. Lobo's like
our fire didn't need orange makeup, so it's like I don't think he needs white makeup. Well, here's what I'm saying. I don't feel the current DC executive line and him are gonna have the problem of him painting white in the sense that I feel they don't need it. They'll just make them like that. They'll use the same tattoos and everything.
So they'll just CG it in post.
Yeah.
They'll put a filter. Done.
Yeah.
Listen,
I
would
just mess with the contrast. Like I could do it. With the contrast and the brightness, you could. It's yeah. You might have to wear the red contacts though.
As terrible as an idea of how that would be, I would appreciate it if they did do that, because with the way that DC has been doing things, it's like I don't put it past them to just like Mo's saying, like I don't put it past them to be like, oh, he doesn't have to be white, like
you know.
And I'm like,
Millie Alcock should have been a Squirrel Girl.
I think whatchamacallit's better. The other chick they were saying, what's home chick's name?
No.
Anna Kendrick.
Oh,
nah, the best one would have been the one that played Captain Marvel.
Are you talking about whatchamacallit? Brie Larson?
Yeah.
Should have been Squirrel Girl?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, she shouldn't have been Captain Marvel, for sure.
Well, hey, that's a whole different discussion.
No, like,
but
from everything I've seen her before in the other shows, she would have been a good, like, she was bubbly and smiley and everything, and she would have been a good Squirrel Girl.
Yeah, I think Anna Kendrick's the way to go for Squirrel Girl.
Nah, we need somebody young.
Damn, what? How dare you?
I think she's past her, like, I don't
Anna
know.
Kendrick's is like in her like probably mid to late 30s.
That comic book Madam Web age.
Yeah.
What does that mean? What does...
Yeah, exactly. Like Dakota Johnson's playing an old bat. Yeah.
That joint comes out like soon, huh?
Well, Dakota Johnson is playing the young Madam Web. But I assume they're going to age her up for the Spider-Man movie.
But not even really, because she's not playing that old lady's character. It's not the same name. And she don't have the disease.
Well, we don't know what she has.
Well, we know the cast list, and that's not her name.
Madam Web comes out on Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's not
like,
gonna help it.
You're right. I was like, what made them feel like they should come out on Valentine's Day?
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm gonna tell my wife. Hey, honey,
right?
That's what we're watching today. It's got all these women in it.
I'm like, what made them feel like that was a good idea? Like that was gonna be a win for them? Because it's like Valentine's Day is a Wednesday.
I'm gonna go see it. I'm gonna miss the guys.
I'm just like, what? Like, it's such a bad idea. Like,
from the theater.
So it's coming out on a Wednesday. It's not just a coincidence that, like, I thought Valentine's Day would be on a Friday, and then that's
no, that's what I'm saying. It's like, no, it's not like they like intentionally put it on Valentine's Day, and I can understand. Like, if you're like Madam Web is going to be a Wednesday release, that makes a lot of sense to me. Unless it's Valentine's Day, then I'm just like, oh, okay, they just don't want to win. Like, okay, like, I don't know, man. I don't get it.
Been pushed so many times.
Mm-hmm.
July 7th, 2023, October 6th, 2023, then February 16th, so the Friday, and then they moved it back.
I'm like, what movie's coming out on that Friday that they're that afraid of that they're like, we'll just take Valentine's Day? Like, like what?
Oh, I might have to take that day off from work so I can watch it before the show.
I wonder if they're like, we're gonna like, are they counting on people going on the Tuesday? Is that what that is? Maybe.
No,
they know they're Madam Web though, right?
What else comes out on Friday?
The 16th? Yeah, that's a good question, because I'm just like, it has to be some huge movie for them to be like, oh, like we don't want that theater smoke from that 16. Like, because, dude, Valentine's Day. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Land of Bad comes out.
What is that?
It's a movie with Land of Bad says centers around Reaper Russell Crowe, U.S. Air Force drone pilot who provides aid support from a General Atomics MQ-9 Reaper to a U.S. Army Delta Force team on the ground in the Philippines. And Bleeding Love comes out. At least that has blood on the title, but it's a drama directed by
Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 also comes out on Valentine's Day.
Oh my god.
Drive Away Dolls.
Bob Marley One Love.
Bob Marley One Love. That's what it all have love on the title.
Yeah, you said Bleeding Love, right?
Yeah. They should have just titled it. All of those could have came out on Wednesday. Like a good date movie will be like a Bob Marley movie. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I
He was
don't
romantic.
understand.
He had like
it.
27 kids. He knew romance.
He knew romance. There it is.
Loved his drugs.
Just weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
The drug.
All right. It's time for us to get out of here.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Yeah. Where's my friggin'
I'll get it right now.
Where are my final thoughts music? Jay already gave his final thoughts.
Where is it? We have too much shit in here.
But I don't have access.
There it goes. Good job. All right. Give me some final thoughts, buddy.
A lot of stuff coming this year. Trying out some new things. I don't want to give away too much because if I suck at it, then I'm just gonna not do it. So you'll find out. Like, subscribe, do all that, and yeah.
All right. Moses Magnum, final thoughts.
Yeah, man. Anything you review here, you're probably going to be able to buy on fantasticforum.live. So keep that in mind if you want to buy it, if you want to support the show in a monetary way. That's the easiest way to do it. We're not going to ask for money. We're not going to do no Kickstarter. Just, I'll buy a comic, read it, review it. You buy it if you like it.
There it is. For the entire Fantastic Forum, thank you all so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate you. We'll be back next week. With that said, make sure you go ahead, like, subscribe, do all the things that you know to do to help support the show. It means a lot to us if you would do it because, we need that help. We need those pushes. And so, we are the Fantastic Forum. Have a good night.